Welcome to the Whitesville Community Park, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars are preparing to take on the Lady Raiders of Whitesville Trinity, looking to make their first trip to the region tournament since 2019. Good afternoon. Welcome here to what is a picture-perfect May afternoon in Whitesville, Kentucky, as the Lady Cougars have to take on the host team. Here today is the number 4 seed, taking on the number 1 seed, Whitesville Trinity. In fact, these two teams played back just last week. Grayson County had the game won, but in the 6th inning, Lady Raiders scored a couple of runs to go away a winner, 7-5, sweeping the season series against Grayson County. But the rubber match, to some, could mean more than the rest. Coming up on our Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show, we will have an abridged locker room show, because when we come back, we're going to talk to Coach Rack and get his thoughts on the matchup, as we're getting closer to starting maybe even a little bit early today, as Grayson County and Whitesville Trinity in the 12th District Semifinals comes up here on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back here to our Rack Report. We might not have video, but we can still call it the Rack Report. Jeff Rack joins us here as we get ready for district semifinals, Grayson County and Whitesville Trinity. You played this team a week ago and had them beat.
Yes.
And they scored runs, I know, in the bottom of the 6th inning to take it. Does it help your team knowing that they can compete when they go into a big game like this?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that game last Monday, we took our foot off the gas, and we should have just kept on. And they know it, and they, before everything was actually set for the tournament, they wanted to play Trinity. I mean, and why not play the number 1 seed and just knock them off? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think in both games we came out and had a lead to start the game. We have to keep that pressure constantly.
Offensively, it's been up and down at times this year. I think it's safe to say that. How do you get consistent in a game like this, especially if you fall behind early?
We worked on that a whole lot we had a whole lot of time this week because of all the rain and all that other type of thing. But we had a lot of just talk sessions, go over a little bit of fundamental stuff, and then we kind of, we got to have that timely hitting. We have that timely hitting on a consistent basis. We can compete with anybody, I believe.
You mentioned that rain. This year, I thought last year was bad when it came to rain. This year might have taken a cake as far as just awful luck for you all. How hard is that?
Oh, it's difficult because, I mean, you get up for a game, and then all of a sudden you just got to shut it back down. And then you got to turn it back up again a couple days later, and it gets shut back down. I was worried about tonight. Originally they forecasted rain, and I was like, you're killing me. But, hey, look, we're here, and we're going to give it everything that we can, and hopefully we just walk away with a win. We can move on to tomorrow, not maybe. I mean, if we play with the rain again.
It's been a couple of years since Grayson County's made the region tournament. You got to win this game to get there. How do you get back there tonight?
Keep our solid defense. Ellie has to be mentally on tonight. She stays mentally on, and we just got to produce runs. So all 3 aspects of the game we got to hit, because we're playing a very good team. I mean, Trinity is good. They can hit the ball. We gotta go by our strengths.
Good luck.
Thank you.
That's been the Rack Report here on K105.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family, close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a Future Designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
Welcome back here to the Whitesville Community Park. Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show wrapping up here, where we're about ready to play. We're going to start here a couple of minutes early. You're never going to have any complaint from us, so we'll quickly bring you the lineups for both of these squads. For Grayson County, it'll go Elizabeth Haycraft, Kinsley Chambers, JC Alexander, Ellie Bratcher, Peyton Bowman, Reagan Nash in the latter third of Layla Lacefield, Carly Harrington, and Bree Jones. For Whitesville Trinity, it'll be Sarah Payne, Madison McDaniel, Kendall Howard, Sophie Hatfield, Ella Morris, Aubrey McKinney in the latter third of Emerson Bikey, Aubrey Millay, and Cameron Preston. Those are the lineups, and we are about ready to roll here in Whitesville. Grayson County trying to get back to the region tournament for the first time since 2019. It's been a long stretch. What better way to do it than right here taking down the number one seed on their home field. They'll be going up against Sophie Hatfield. Her 25th game, 24th start, record of 12-8, 3.27 ERA, 169 strikeouts, 55 walks, and 137 innings. And the first pitch from the circle for Hatfield is a ground ball by Haycraft right back to Hatfield. She'll flip on to first. And that is the first out of the game. One pitch, one out. Elizabeth Haycraft grounds out as the leadoff hitter for Grayson County in this game. Kinsley Chambers trying to get the bats going early for this Grayson County squad. Chambers hitting .276, 10 RBIs, 3 doubles to go along with a couple of triples. Hatfield, one of the young stars of this region, as there's a called strike on the outside corner. Hatfield only a freshman. You look up and down this Whitesville Trinity squad, they've got some senior leadership. Then they got a lot of youth as well. Whereas Grayson County is more of a squad that is entirely young. Lady Cougars have only one player who is a junior or a senior. Pitch was low and outside to move us to 1-1 to Chambers. Hatfield looks down at that left wrist, delivers the pitch from the circle, and it's high. Grayson County enters the record of 7-12. This is only their 20th game of the season. Teams are allowed to play up to 30, and rain has been the nemesis of the Lady Cougars. Hard ground ball to the shortstop, Morris. She'll throw on to first. And there's the second out for Grayson County here in the top half of the first inning. Grayson squaring up Hatfield, but just with double plays right off the bat. JC Alexander, the second baseman, brings a .313 average with 4 runs batted in and a double as well. Cold strike outside corner from Hatfield to Alexander. Grayson County played this Whitesville Trinity squad here. Same scenario last week. And it was the Lady Raiders scoring multiple runs in the bottom of the 6th to defeat Grayson County. There's a pop flying in foul territory. Long run for the first baseman, McKinney. She's not going to be able to get there. And the count will go to 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 as Alexander recollects herself. Try to start a 2-out rally. Hatfield delivers. Slow grounder to third. Bikey throws. Nice stretch by the first baseman, McKinney. And that is the inning. Grayson County goes 1-2-3 in the top half of the first. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It's Grayson County 0 and the Lady Raiders of Whitesville Trinity are coming up. This is Lady Cougar Softball on K105.
If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, Kentucky's law enforcement is ready and willing to help you start your recovery journey. The KSP Angel Initiative is a voluntary program that connects Kentuckians with addiction recovery resources. All you need to do is visit your local KSP post and tell a trooper that you need help. You can also call the KY Help Call Center at 833-8KY-HELP or visit findhelpnowky.org to begin your recovery journey.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
No score in the bottom of the first inning between Grayson County and Whitesville Trinity here in the 12th District Semifinals. Allie Bratcher getting the start for Grayson County tonight. Bratcher, her 17th game and 16th start, record of 5-10, an ERA just above 4. 84 strikeouts, 52 walks, and 93 innings pitched. And the first pitch swinging is a ground ball to the third baseman, Chambers. She bobbles and recovers and throws out the Speedy Payne. One pitch, one out, just like Grayson County started. A ground out is how we get started in the bottom half of the first inning. Madison McDaniel, the left-handed hitting second baseman, comes in. Not appeared in a game since the end of April, but comes in here as a senior. Probably one of these scenarios where even if you're not 100% healthy, you're going to find your way to play in the district tournament of your senior year, especially of a spring sport. McDaniel, a big bat to add back to this Lady Raider lineup as well. Cold strike outside corner, and the count goes to 1-1. 466 average, a homer, 8 RBIs to go along with 5 doubles and also a triple. Bratcher delivers. And there's a swing and a miss as McDaniel was doing that little running up bunt. Pulled back at the last second, but our home plate umpire says that she didn't pull up quite in time. 1-2 from Bratcher. Popped up, smacks off the net above the Grayson County dugout down the third base line. No score here, bottom half of the first inning between Grayson County and Whitesville Trinity. It is the third region, or the 12th district semifinals. The third region baseball tournament will be just about 50 yards from us next week. Just misses on the outside corner, making the count go to 2-2. Cougar baseball team will play Whitesville Trinity tonight at Butler County. That'll be the late game tonight. That pitch is low, and the count will go full. If both teams win, we will be with the baseball team tomorrow night. If the one team wins, we'll obviously be with them. And I say tomorrow night rather liberally, because I don't think it's going to happen based on some weather forecasts. Ground ball right back to Bratcher in the circle, throwing on, and that is the second out here of the first inning. Kendall Howard, another one of these young stars for the Lady Raiders, steps into the box. Howard, only an 8th grader, hitting .388 with 25 RBIs. Pitch misses high. For Howard, I mean, it's just about as good of a knowledge of a strike zone for an 8th grader as you possibly could have. Leads the team with 12 walks and has struck out only twice this season, and she lines one into right center field. That's down for a base hit. Harrington quickly over to grab it to hold Howard to a long single. The starting pitcher, Sophie Hatfield. 375, 3 homers, and 36 runs batted in only 25 games. First pitch from Bratcher is inside for ball 1. We've seen with Ellie, controlling emotions is always part of the game. If she can do that, she's as good as any pitcher that you're going to find in this region. Popped up out of play from Hatfield. Howard, the runner at first. No score, bottom half of the first inning. 2 down. Bratcher winds and fires. Misses low and inside. The winner of this game will play either Edmonson County or Butler County, scheduled for tomorrow evening. But again, I don't think Mother Nature is going to allow that, as Butler County is arriving down the third base line right now. Missing just high on Bratcher, and she's fallen behind now at 3-1. Standing in the on-deck circle is Ella Morris, who has been a Grayson County killer on the softball field so far this season. Popped up out of play, and the count will go full. Presumably Howard will be moving on this pitch. Big early pitch in this game. Bratcher realizes it, walks all the way to the backside of the circle, and now comes back to the rubber. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! Big pitch from Ellie Bratcher to end the inning. We're through 1 full, no score between Grayson County and Whitesville Trinity, as this is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Hey, Kentucky high school senior, are you into having the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship you can use towards your in-state college, trade school, or certification program? If so, listen up. Participate in the I'm In College Acceptance Video Challenge, and you could have your video selected for a statewide TV commercial, as well as the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship. Are you in? Find out more today by visiting gearupky.org/video. That's gearupky.org/video.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
No score between Grayson County and Whitesville Trinity as we head to the top half of the second inning of the 12th District Semifinals. You couldn't ask for much better weather here tonight. It is perfect, a nice breeze waving in to us as well. It's blowing, I mean, I guess you could say straight in, but I feel like straight in makes it sound like it's much more of a extreme wind, and it's a swirling wind. Temperatures around 79 degrees. Some rain could move in later on this evening, but should not be a factor in our game. Ellie Bratcher, the hitter. She watched the first pitch called strike from Sophie Hatfield. It's not been the greatest season for Bratcher with the bat this year. Hitting just below 200 with 11 RBIs, but listen, you have a big postseason and nobody remembers what your average was in the regular season. Pitch misses low. Hatfield coming with a 1-1 to Bratcher. High chopper in the hole. Second baseman McDaniel comes over and flips over to McKinney for the first out. was kind of a tweener, and at first you thought McKinney was going to go make a play on it, but McDaniel called her off and was just able to get Bratcher down at first. Peyton Bowman, the shortstop. Now the hit. Last time we saw Peyton Bowman swing a bat, she hit a couple of home runs in the game. Went 5 for 5 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. And she'll see a first pitch called strike. That was the game against Edmonson County earlier this season, and I'm sure if you ask Jeff Rack, first-year head coach, he'd be okay with that tonight. She loops one down the right field line, foul. She straightens that up a little bit. That would have had eyes to drop in. As we are in a press box that is above the first base dugout. So our perception's just a little bit different than what it would be at a normal home game where we're stationed behind the plate. 0-2, misses high to Bowman. Bowman's had big games really throughout the entire season in big moments. You think back to during basketball season, she had a massive home game against Butler County. You think back to the home game against Edmonson County that we just mentioned as well in the softball field. Pitch misses high and outside, and that'll even us up here at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Top of the second inning, no score between Grayson County and Whitesville Trinity. Popped off and out of play. Smacks off of the nets. So one thing we do have to worry about here is we always joke about at home that foul balls coming to us is, well, it's not impossible, but it has to be hit very perfectly. Here, yeah, we're in play. In fact, one of the last district games I called here back in 2019, it misses outside, and Bowman has made the count go full. There was one so there are columns that split 3 windows, and there was one that I hit a column, and if not, I'd have gotten smacked. Never been more thankful for a column. 3-2 pitch to Peyton Bowman from Sophie Hatfield, and it's fouled off. Nice at bat here from Peyton Bowman. Really making Hatfield work. A lot of noise coming from that Grayson County third base dugout as well. We'll do the 3-2 again. And it's a slow grounder. Shortstop Mortis throws on, and that's the second out. Lady Cougars are making contact. It's just been 5 ground ball outs to open us up. Reagan Nash, and we'll try to see if we can't get something else going for this Grayson County offense. First pitch, strike called to Nash, who is the catcher for Grayson County, hitting just above 300. 3 runs batted in and a double. Another called strike to Nash. She's fallen behind now at 0-2. No score, top half, second inning. 12th District Semifinals. Fouled off. Defensive alignment, though, for the Lady Raiders. You got Bikey at third, Morris at short, McDaniel at second, McKinney at first, Howard behind the dish. And your outfield from left to right is Coombs, Payne, Preston. 0-2 coming to Nash. Ground ball. Second baseman McDaniel has it, and that is the inning. 6 ground ball outs for Grayson County. We head to the bottom of 2, no score between the Lady Cougars and the Lady Raiders. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Struggling to pay your house payment? Apply for the Team Kentucky Homeowner Assistance Fund today at protectmykyhome.org. It provides up to $60,000 for Kentuckians with a COVID-related financial hardship. The money can be used for mortgage bills, utility payments, insurance premiums, property taxes, and HOA fees. Applicants must meet certain criteria to receive assistance. Check your eligibility today at protectmykyhome.org. This ad was sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation and this station.
No score between Grayson County and Whitesville Trinity here in the 12th District Semifinals for softball. 12th District Baseball Tournament happening as well today down in Morgantown. The Cougar boys will face Whitesville Trinity, scheduled for a 7:30 start, as Edmonson County and Butler County in baseball, they're underway. And as I'm talking, I'm trying to see if I can't find a score of that. And Butler County leads 3-1 in that game, top half of the third inning. There's some 12th District scores to bring you, as it's the bottom of the second inning. No score in our game. Ellie Bratcher against Ella Morris. First pitch misses low for ball one. Morris, the freshman, hitting .274, 13 runs batted in. Also has a triple on the season, but she's been the thorn in the Lady Cougars' side in district games this season. It's foul off. In the two games that Grayson County has played, she's 4 RBIs against the Lady Cougars. One coming to Morris. Line drive up the middle for a base hit. Haycraft quickly gets up to it, but a leadoff base runner reaches for the Lady Raiders. It'll be the first baseman, Aubrey McKinney, 7th grader, trying to give the Lady Raiders an early advantage with nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. McKinney, .293 average with 6 runs batted in and a couple of doubles. Showing bunt, misses the bunt, and I believe we are going to see a called strike on that. At least I would have from my vantage point, but I don't know that we saw an official call from our home plate umpire. He did call it a strike. McKinney doesn't seem very comfortable dropping in the bunt. She doesn't this time, swings away at the pitch high, and it is 0-2. Now you're almost assuring that that bunt isn't going to come. Runner on first. 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. It's fouled off towards the Lady Bears of Butler County, who are standing over there starting to get loose. They'll be taking on Edmonson County in the nightcap. The 0-2 is fouled off. We've seen Bratcher at times this season look very, very good in the circle for Grayson, and Jeff Rack has been more conservative with her at times, and she gets a called strike 3 on the outside corner for her second strikeout of the game. Nice pitch from Ellie Bratcher to put McKinney down on strikes. Emerson Bikey, the third baseman, 183 average with 6 RBIs. You know, this Whitesville Trinity team, the top half of their order is as dynamic as you're going to find in the third region. The bottom half is where, if you're Grayson County, you've got to start turning in some outs. And you could say that about a lot of teams. But if you're Bratcher, you'd love to try and get these next two batters out, and they're not going to. There's a line drive base hit up the middle from Bikey. And there's runners on first and second now with only 1 out. Aubrey Millay 160 average with a couple of RBIs. Now with a huge opportunity to put the Lady Raiders on top in this game. Fouled off. Bratcher took something off that pitch, and Millay could just get underneath of it to send it to the backstop. Morris, the runner on second. Bikey, the runner on first. Grayson County has scored first in both of the games these two squads have played this season, including last week where they led rather handily. Popped off out of play from Millay. If you're Bratcher, a double play would be great here, where you want to make sure that you do not get back to the top of the order with Sarah Payne, Madison McDaniel, and Kendall Howard. 0-2 pitch, no score, bottom of the second. Couple of runners on base, goes low, and the pitch misses. Runner on second is Morris. Bikey stands on first. 1-2, coming to Millay is a ground ball. Second baseman Alexander tags the runner, throw to first, not in time. As Alexander realized that was probably her only play, so it's a fielder's choice for unassisted. Bikey is out. Everyone else is safe. And the right fielder, Cameron Preston, .219 average, 2 RBIs and a double, comes in. First pitch is high for ball one. Huge at-bat for Grayson County in this scenario. Morris, an early run, potentially stands at third. And the top half of the order awaits. Swing and a miss. Fools Preston on that. Oh-1, swing and a miss. Bratcher fights back to make it 1-2 now. 2 down, bottom of the second. Trying to strand the runner at third. Goes high. This is also one of these scenarios where you got to have a lot of faith in your catcher, Reagan Nash, if you want to risk putting one in the dirt. The break-even pitch. Bunch of twos on the scoreboard. Swing and a miss. Bratcher strands the runner on third. We head to the top half of the third. It is no score between Grayson County and Whitesville Trinity. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Are you looking for more in this world? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, those driven by purpose. We are the Peace Corps. Volunteers, partners, communities in more than 60 countries, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you ready to serve boldly, to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
A really big pitch by Ellie Bratcher to get out of that last inning with no runs crossing the plate. We head to the third, no score between Grayson County and Whitesville Trinity. It'll be Layla Lacefield to lead off for the orange and blue. Going up against Sophie Hatfield. Lady Cougars have made contact early. Called strike outside corner. The issue is it's been 6 ground balls in the infield. Not been able to leave the infield except for a foul ball. There's a little blooper down the right field line from Peyton Bowman. Swing and a miss from Lacefield at the pitch high. Lacefield this season, .231 average, has gone deep. It's a game against Butler County earlier this season. 0-2. High chopper. Up the middle, and it has eyes. First hit of the game for Grayson County. Wasn't sure if McDaniel was going to be able to get there or not. She could not. And the leadoff runner is on for Grayson County. Carly Harrington, who's been swinging a nice bat as of late, hitting .464 with 7 RBIs for Grayson County. The lower portion of this Grayson County order can swing the bat very well. Shows bunt, pulls back. And you saw there from Howard the fake back pick. And you've heard me talk about it a lot. The back pick to me is something that is more dangerous to attempt than it's worth. Shows bunt again, pulls back. And it misses outside, and it is 2-0. I'm interested here to see if on a 2-0 pitch, do you pull the bunt off? I mean, you know you're going to get a pitch more than likely to be able to bunt, but would you rather Harrington swing away on it? It's all about the strategy. Shows bunt again, and it bounces in the dirt. Lacefield will advance down to second. Actually, it hits Harrington is the call. That works just the same. 2 on now for Grayson County after Carly Harrington reaches via the hit by pitch. Must have hit her on the foot. Bree Jones now in for one of the biggest at-bats early on in this game. No score between Grayson County and Whitesville Trinity, but the Lady Cougars have far and away their best chance of the game. Lady Raiders are expecting a bunt from Jones. The first baseman, McKinney, is shading way in. Jones doesn't show bunt, and it's a called strike on the inside corner. Top of the order awaits on deck with Elizabeth Haycraft. Jones fouls it off. She does a check swing, and it goes to the backstop. She's fallen behind 0-2 now. Jones, .239 average, 7 runs batted in, 3 doubles. Average has dipped after a strong year last year as an 8th grader. The 0-2 misses low. And if you're Grayson County, you're the underdog in a game like this. You know, you're the 4 seed, you're going up against the 1 seed. You have to take advantage of every opportunity you get to cross some runs across the plate. 1-2. Hard ground ball. Second baseman McDaniel flips, gets the runner at second. Harrington, no chance to throw out Jones. Fielder's choice goes 4-6 on the putouts. And there'll be runners on the corners with 1 down. Lacefield, though, does advance just 60 feet away from an early run for Grayson County. Elizabeth Haycraft's only 1 pitch, and her opening plate appearance of the game grounded right back to Hatfield in the circle. Haycraft, .305 average in today's game. Shows bunt, lays it down. It's right in front of the plate, picked up by Howard. Bobble, and there's not going to be any play. Lacefield was waiting. It was almost, I don't even know that we could say it was a safety squeeze, but it's going to be a bunt hit for Elizabeth Haycraft. Haycraft very quick. She was going to be able to beat that out no matter what. And now the bases are loaded for Kinsley Chambers. 1 down, no score, top of the 3rd inning. Chambers grounded out in her first plate appearance. First pitch is high, ball 1. You've got to find a way to get this ball into the outfield somehow. Sac fly is beautiful in a scenario like this. Gapper, even better. There's a line drive right back to first. No play as they tried to consider flipping it on to get Haycraft at first, and they might have had a chance. But that is a line drive out. And now if Grayson County is going to want to do anything with this, it's going to be up to J.C. Alexander. Bases loaded for Grayson County. Hatfield trying to work out of a big jam. Alexander grounded out to third. Swings and misses at the first pitch. And this is one of these scenarios, too, where, you have to have the right mindset in a plate appearance like this because you just need to get a hit. And you don't need to try and think of putting one into the gap here. One run is okay. Fouled off. You just do not want to strike out, and honestly, even just putting the ball on the ground somewhere, maybe there's an error or something. You just do not want to strike out if you're Grayson County in a scenario like this. Whitesville Trinity is good with the gloves, but you never know. Bases loaded. Lacefield at third. Jones at second. Haycraft at first. 2 down, top of the third. 0-2 pitch to Alexander. He's popped off out of play. You can feel the tension early on in this game. (0-2) pitch. Outside. Good eye by Alexander as it trails into the left-handed batter's box. Lady Cougars looking for a go-ahead run here in the third. Trying to take another lead against this Whitesville Trinity team, something that they've done in each of the regular season matchups this year. It was just the Lady Raiders that were able to win the game in the end. Alexander one more time, gets the pitch from Hatfield and watches it high and outside. It's a good at-bat here from Alexander. Only 4 RBIs this year, but RBI 5 and 6, maybe 7, maybe even 8 would be huge in a scenario like this. Break even. Bases loaded. No score. The pitch. Down on strikes. Goes Alexander, swings at the pitch high, and Grayson County strands the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the third inning. No score between the Lady Cougars and the Lady Raiders. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero. Now that's a superhero landing. Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes. Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home. That's my girl!
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Both teams have threatened in their last at-bat. Neither has been able to score any runs. It's the bottom of the third inning. No score between Grayson County and Whitesville Trinity. It'll be the top of the order for the Lady Raiders against Ellie Bratcher, who did a masterful job pitching out a runners on the corner jam. And on the other side, Sophie Hatfield did a phenomenal job pitching out of a bases-loaded one-out jam against the heart of the Grayson County order. Pitch misses high to Sarah Payne. Payne grounded out to Chambers at third. Nice play made by Kinsley on that play back in the first inning. She bobbled it at first, but recovered well. High, and the count is 2-0 from Bratcher. No score between the Lady Cougars and the Lady Raiders here in this 12th District semifinal game, but 3 straight out of the zone to start the bottom of the third for Grayson County. Pitch misses high and a 4-pitch walk for Bratcher. And I'll be interested here to see if Jeff Rack might come out and have a quick conversation with Ellie. And no, he's going to trust his freshman starting pitcher to trust it. Instead, he's coaching up the defense. Calling the outfield in, setting up a potential double play with Madison McDaniel. McDaniel grounded out in her first plate appearance. And pops it up, and that'll be out of play. We mentioned McDaniel, her first game since the end of April, back on the 29th. It usually takes players a couple of games to get back into just the swing of things. And the hope is if you're Grayson County, is that it doesn't happen tonight. And it's fouled off on a bunt attempt. The ball, a fan, as the bunt went out of play, and a fan decided to just throw it onto the field instead of throwing it into one of the dugouts. And as luckily, I think it was Jeff Rack, yelled out at Ellie Bratcher and said, "Heads up," and Ellie just held her hands over her head. Hopefully it wouldn't hit her. Missing low on the 1-2. One-two pitch, nobody out, bottom of the third, no score. Here in the 12th District semifinals. High from Bratcher. She's missing high a lot in this inning. Not sure if that's on purpose or not, but she did some manicuring there in the circle. She clearly didn't like where her foot has been landing. Break even. Ground ball. Diving play made by Bowman. The flip, not in time. Really nice play made by Peyton Bowman. She flipped it to Alexander, who couldn't corral the relay. Infield single for the Lady Raiders. Kendall Howard singled into right. Back in the first inning, she was stranded on first, though, and the first pitch is a called strike. Runners on first and second, nobody else. Grayson County had a similar scenario back in the last half of the inning. Line drive, base hit right field, picked up by Harrington. They are going to hold the runner. What a throw by Carly Harrington. And the bases are loaded now with nobody out for the Lady Raiders of Whitesville Trinity. I mean, Carly Harrington threw an absolute dart home. If head coach Jessica Morris would have sent the lead runner Payne, she'd have been out. Hatfield now trying to help herself out. 0 for 1 tonight. And that is a swing, and the ball gets away, and the runner is going to score. Every runner advances, and Whitesville Trinity has the lead now in the game on the pass ball. At first, the way that ball came off made me almost wonder if it was fouled. It was not, though. Payne broke as soon as she saw it get away from Nash, the catcher. 1-0 Whitesville Trinity now in this game. There's a line drive base hit left field. 1 run will score. Here comes the second. Nope, they're going to hold the runner instead, and it's cut off by Bratcher. Backside advancing to second is Hatfield, and it's 2-0 Whitesville Trinity on top. So the single from Hatfield plates one, and it's 2-0. Ella Morris 1 for 1. Singled up the middle. Back in the second. And sees a first pitch inside, ball 1. It's 2-0. Whitesville Trinity with a lead now here in this semifinal matchup. Fly ball, back deep center field. Haycraft just beyond the track will make the play. Throw comes in, is cut off by Bratcher, and that's a 3-0 game. Sacrifice fly into center field. Hatfield advances to third as well. 3-0 now. Whitesville Trinity leads. Aubrey McKinney struck out looking. Back in her first plate appearance, and first pitch is low for ball one. Ground ball, second base, and it gets through, and it is now 4-0. Lady Raiders are finding the open spot in the Grayson County defense, and up the middle they've gone a lot today. Another base hit makes it 4-0. Now the entire infield comes in, being led by one of the leaders, Kinsley Chambers. This is a players-only conversation right now. Jeff Rack looks on from the dugout, and they're going to break it up. Kinsley, though, Chambers waits and says a couple of more things to Bratcher. I'm sure part of that conversation is, listen, now there's just a runner on first. You don't need to worry about anything else in this scenario. You know, those runs you can't get back. It's 4-0, but there's still a lot of softball left to play. Fouled off from Bikey. Bikey singled up the middle in her first plate appearance. And I'm sure part of that conversation was they've come back on us in both of the games we've played, so who's to say we can't do the same on them? Ball low. And it is 1-1. (4-0). Whitesville Trinity still only one out in this third inning. And that out came on the sacrifice fly. There's a line drive caught by Bowman at shortstop. Nice play made by Peyton Bowman. Line out goes to the sixth spot in the defense. That'll be the 8-hole hitter Aubrey Millay, who grounded into a fielder's choice in the last half inning. If you can hold this inning to just 4, you're okay if you're Grayson County. And fouled off. It was fouled off near, I see, Truett Jones. He's down there. Smacked off by the fence about where he's sitting. He's got a good seat down there, sitting next to his grandma. Of course, we talk a lot about Truett during basketball season. He's one of the assistant coaches of the girls basketball team. Pop up in the infield, over top of Chambers at third. There's not going to be any play. Talk about dropping a ball in a perfect place. Chambers came in a little bit and probably should have gone back. She reached up and it went over top of her glove. Little infield bloop single beyond third. Popped up. First baseman Lacefield has it, and that is the inning. Whitesville Trinity, though, scores 4 runs on 5 hits, and we're through 3. It's the Lady Raiders on top 4-0. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Lady Cougars find themselves with a deficit as we head to the fourth inning. Whitesville Trinity leads 4-0. If you're Grayson, the first 2 innings you had 6 ground ball outs. That last half inning, yes, you stranded the bases loaded, but you got the bases loaded. It's something to build upon. Ellie Bradshaw leads off for Grayson County, and the first pitch is high for ball 1 against Sophie Hatfield. Hatfield gone 3 innings, allowed only the 2 hits, has hit a batter, struck out only 1. Grayson's putting the ball in play so far. Outside, and it is 2-0. And I like that Bradshaw is swinging the bat here. Didn't have the greatest inning in the circle, but you can try and start the rally with your own bat. Misses high, and she's ahead at 3-0 now against Sophie Hatfield. The last half inning, Bradshaw walked the leadoff batter in 4 pitches, and maybe we could have something similar here. And she can be the one walked on 4 pitches. 4-0 Whitesville Trinity. 3-0 pitch in there for a cold strike. The 3-1. Bradshaw hard ground ball underneath the glove of the second baseman McDaniel and into center field for a leadoff base hit. Hitting it hard usually will pay off, and it does for Bradshaw in that scenario. Leadoff runner on base for Grayson County for the second straight inning, and Peyton Bowman grounded out. Back in her first plate appearance. Trying to start a rally for the Lady Cougars. They trail 4-0 in the fourth. Shows bunt and fouls it off. And ends up hitting, I guess, the catcher, Howard, on the play. And she's walking it off, going out to talk to Hatfield in this scenario. And is she okay or is she not? She is. And I just heard her say, the umpire asked her, or it might have been Peyton, asked her, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Yep, I'm great." I say it quite often, you got to be a different level of tough to play catcher. Bowman pulls back on the bunt, and it is ball 1. That's where I was very thankful to have been born. When I was born, I was left-handed, and therefore never really had to play catcher because I don't think I'd have had it in me. Bowman makes an attempt at the bunt, and this time Howard is hurt catching. I don't know that Bowman ended up making contact with the ball, but if that's not a foul ball, then that's a missed opportunity for Grayson County, because that was bouncing away and might have allowed Bradshaw to advance down to second, and that might be Jeff Reck's conversation right now, or maybe he was just coming in to check. I don't know that it was a foul ball or not. Howard walking it off. She's taken a couple in this half inning. Walks back and appears that she is going to be okay to stay in the game. One ball, 2 strikes. Top of the fourth inning. Nobody out. Grayson trails 4-0. And down on strikes goes Peyton Bowman. took a little something off of it, went outside, and Hatfield picks up the strikeout for the first down of the inning. Reagan Nash grounded out to second. Back in the second. Comes in here with Bratcher standing on first base. Showing bunt, pulls back, and it is a called strike this time. Grayson trails in this game 4-0. Shows bunt, pulls back, another called strike. They try the back pick, and it bounces away from the first baseman. Going down to second is Bratcher, and she's in there. And that is why I say the back pick is very rarely a good decision. That allows Bratcher to go safe. E3 on that as it hit McKinney in the glove, and she just dropped it. Pitch misses high to Nash. Bratcher, an important run, stands down on second. If anything else, it's an important run because it's the first run for Grayson. When you're down 4-0, you got to start chipping away at some point. Popped up towards our vantage point, and it's out of play. Thankfully, that one went over top of us because it was directly on line for me, and I'm not necessarily ready to catch a foul ball. That's the best part about us being at home at Donley Field Baseball is we're nice and snug in that press box here, and a foul ball that's going to come in there. And if it does, we're going to have a lot of problems. 1-2. Outside. Nash, good eye to make the count go even. Ellie Bratcher, the runner, down at second. 4-0. Whitesville Trinity leads. Top half of the fourth inning of the 12th District Semifinals. Winner will play in what is scheduled to be a district championship tomorrow night. Foul ball. Nash just got enough of it to live to see another pitch in this at bat. Winner of this game will play the winner of Edmonson County and Butler County. That game is scheduled for a 7 o'clock start time, and it's probably going to be a little bit later than that. Misses low, and what an at-bat from Reagan Nash now to make the count go full. She fell behind quickly 0-2, but fights to make it full now. Three-two pitch. Nash watches the pitch low and works a walk. An 8-pitch at bat works in her favor, and it'll be Layla Lacefield who singled up the middle back in her first at bat of the game, and you get a big chance here for Grayson with a couple of runners on base. You had it in the last inning, couldn't take advantage. And fouled off by Lacefield. Hatfield looks down at her wrist, delivers the pitch to Lacefield, it misses low. Hatfield struggled a little bit with her command in this inning. I think she'd been 75% strike in the first, 73% in the second, 63% in the third, down to just a little above 50 in this inning. 1-1. Lacefield, ground ball back to Hatfield. She'll take the, no, it's a bad throw to first. Rounding and coming in to score is Bratcher. And the error plates a run for Grayson County. It's 4-1. An easy throw for Sophie Hatfield, and it was not a good one. E1 makes it a 4-1 game. Now you have a massive scenarios. We're also going to have a courtesy runner to run down for Grayson County. Leah Helvey will run for Lacefield, and this will probably be one of these scenarios where it's not technically a courtesy runner because Lacefield plays first, but it'll probably be a re-entrance where Lacefield will just come back into the game in place of Helvey. Jeff Rack knows this is a big moment. Carly Harrington hit by a pitch with her first appearance, and it's a first pitch ball from Hatfield. It's also one of these scenarios, we talked about it for Ellie Brancher of letting the emotions of a moment like this get to you. Hatfield, how do they get to her? Especially after just committing an error that has plated a run. Now you got a couple more on. Swing and a miss and a pitch low from Harrington. It's probably one she'd like back. 4-1, Whitesville Trinity. Pair in scoring position here for Grayson, though, in the fourth. Misses low, and it is 2-1. Struggling to find the zone is Hatfield in this inning. The 2-1. Called strike. It looked like from this vantage point that Harrington kind of moved out of the way of that, as if it was almost going to hit her, but home plate umpire right on top of it. We do not have a good angle of the strike zone. I can see up and down, but as far as inside, outside, we don't from the first base press box. Break even to Carly Harrington. Fouled off. Runners on second and third for Grayson County. The 2-2 pitch, high for ball 3. Another really good at bat for Grayson County. Lady Cougars looking for some more runs here in this fourth. Harrington called strike 3 on the inside corner. Hatfield went back to that pitch that I mentioned that Harrington kind of dove out of the way of. Harrington did the same thing on that, and it's a strike both times. Bree Jones grounded into a fielder's choice. It'll be up to her if Lady Cougars want to get any more runs. A blooper down the right field line, foul. If it would have been fair, it would have played it a couple. (4-1). Whitesville Trinity leads this game. Jones the hitter. Nash at third. Helvey at second. And it misses for ball 1. Hatfield recollects herself. Popped up. Sky high fly ball. Going back is McDaniel. She'll make the play on the outer edge of the grass. Lady Cougars threaten. They do get one run. And we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is 4-1, Whitesville Trinity on top. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, Kentucky's law enforcement is ready and willing to help you start your recovery journey. The KSP Angel Initiative is a voluntary program that connects Kentuckians with addiction recovery resources. All you need to do is visit your local KSP post and tell a trooper that you need help. You can also call the KY Help Call Center at 833-8KY-HELP or visit findhelpnowky.org to begin your recovery journey.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family, close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Grayson trails 4-1, bottom of the fourth inning against Whitesville Trinity. Ellie Bratcher on for another inning of work. Score update to bring you 12th District Baseball. It is Edmonson County on top of Butler County, 7-3 in the bottom of the fourth. Grayson County and Whitesville Trinity will play the nightcap of that game down in Morgantown. And if the Cougar baseball team wins that game, we will be with them when they play next. And I say that meaning they're scheduled to play tomorrow night, but it doesn't look like Mother Nature is going to allow for that to happen. Leadoff hitter Sarah Payne worked a 4-pitch walk, came around to score, and she puts a charge into this one, back deep left center field. Jones at the wall looking up, that's gone. Home run for Sarah Payne to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning, and it is 5-1 Whitesville Trinity on top for Payne, her fourth of the season. Payne got that last inning started with a walk. Home run does just the same, but if you're Grayson, now you're just starting the inning over again. Madison McDaniel had an infield single in her last plate appearance. And first pitch misses low from Brancher. On that play, you might remember it was a really nice play made by Peyton Bowman up the middle. She dove, made the play, flipped it to try and get the runner at second, but not in time. Cold strike, outside corner to McDaniel. Fly ball left field. Jones goes back, makes the play, shields the sun with her glove, and is able to make it for the first out of the fourth inning. Jones was playing in, was able to adjust well out and left. Breeze bounced around and played a lot of different spots. On the left side of the field for Grayson County, you'll see her at short, you'll see her in left, play third. And knowing Bree, I bet she could also, if Jeff Rack needed a catcher, it wouldn't shock me if she'd be able to get behind there and do it. She's just one of those athletes that is good at just about anything she tries. Kendall Howard has singled to right twice and has watched two pitches outside to start this plate appearance. Howard has taken a beating behind the dish tonight. Gotten hit a couple of times. I'm sure she'll have a bruise or two. Waking up tomorrow morning. Cold strike. But it's probably one of those things that if Whitesville Trinity wins this game, those bruises don't really hurt in the morning. Or don't hurt quite as bad. And that pitch misses from Bratcher. And it is a 3-1 count now with one down in the inning. Called strike. Howard thought that was ball four, but that's been that pitch that has consistently been called a strike on the inside corner. Harrington was the victim of it a couple of times in the last half inning. High chopper. Shortstop Bowman throws on. Nice stretch by Lacefield at first, and that's the second out of the fourth inning. 5-1, Whitesville Trinity with a lead. Sophie Hatfield, the pitcher, has struck out and singled down the left field line. And it misses high. Winner of this game, we mentioned, will play in the 12th District Championship, but will also move on to the 3rd Region Tournament, which will be held at Meade County this year. The 3rd Region Baseball Tournament will be held here at Whitesville Trinity, just on the other side of the park. Popped up in the infield. Charging in is Chambers in foul territory, makes the play, and that is the inning. A leadoff home run, though, for Sarah Payne cancels out the Grayson County run. We're through 4. It is 5-1, Whitesville Trinity on top. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at SOHD.info.
Elizabeth Haycraft leads off the 5th inning for Grayson County. They trail 5-1. You get 3 more swings if you're Grayson. Got to make the most of them. Against Sophie Hatfield, and Elizabeth Haycraft was looking to make the most of it. Swings at a high strike to open us up. Strong cut from Haycraft. 1 for 2 today. Had a bunt single to reach base. She loops one into right field. Charging in is Preston. Diving play is made. Nice play made by Preston. Kind of an awkward tumble. Doesn't matter how awkward it is if you make the catch. That's the first out of the 5th inning. Kinsley Chambers has grounded out and lined out tonight. Grayson trails 5-1 in this game. Cold strike to Chambers. Chambers back in that last at bat. 1 out, bases loaded, and lined back to Hatfield. Probably an at bat she'd like back and try and start a rally here. Ground ball off the glove of Bikey and into left field for a base hit. Smashed down the line for Chambers. There's a runner on base with 1 down in the 5th. JC Alexander struck out, and she's also grounded out. That's the one thing for Grayson is they've put the ball in play today, and you're forcing the defense to make plays. And it's inevitable that sometimes they won't make the play. Ground ball, shortstop. Morris can't get there. It was a slow grounder that just kept curving and curving and curving, and Morris could not catch up to it. And 2 straight reach base for Grayson with 1 out here in the 5th inning. Ellie Bratcher singled on a hard ground ball up the middle back in her last plate appearance with an opportunity to help herself out with the bat. Pitch is low. Chambers the runner at second. Alexander stands down at first. 5-1. Whitesville Trinity leads. Ground ball, it's a slow one. Shortstop Morris goes to second for one. The relay not in time. Alexander cut down at second. Runners on the corners now with 2 down. Peyton Bowman grounded out and struck out. Big opportunity for Grayson. Be interesting to see if you might start Ellie Bratcher. Put her in motion. Shows bunt. There goes Bratcher. Throw down. It's a good throw, and Bratcher is out. Grayson County threatens. Bratcher caught stealing down at second. The play does not work the way that Grayson County had expected. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 5-1, Whitesville Trinity leads. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hey, Kentucky high school senior, are you into having the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship you can use towards your in-state college, trade school, or certification program? If so, listen up. Participate in the I'm In College Acceptance Video Challenge, and you could have your video selected for a statewide TV commercial, as well as the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship. Are you in? Find out more today by visiting gearupky.org/video. That's gearupky.org/video.
5-1, bottom of the 5th. Grayson trails here against Whitesville Trinity. And if you're the Lady Cougars in this scenario, you have to keep this game at 5-1. You cannot allow any more runs to cross. You want to stay in slam territory, within that 4-run margin. More than that, and you're only making things more difficult for you. Ella Morris leads off. She's sacrificed fly in this game and is also singled. And a looper up the middle on the bounce. Bowman charges, and the throw is low and gets away. Lacefield comes and grabs it. Advancing down to second is Morris. And the low throw allows the runner to reach base. E6 to open us up in this inning, and another leadoff runner reaches for Whitesville Trinity. Aubrey McKinney, 1 for 2. And it is low for ball 1. And if you're Bratcher, you just got to shake that off. Errors are just a part of the game as the wind begins to pick up and it pops high. At least it sounds like it's picking up, but really when we look out at the flags well beyond the center field scoreboard, they're not really moving much. Bunt right back to Bratcher, throws on to Lacefield, and the sacrifice bunt goes 1-3 on the putouts and advances Morris down to third base. 1 down here in the 5th. 5-1 Whitesville Trinity trying to add some insurance runs. It'll be Emerson Bikey. One for 2. And Bratcher misses inside. It's really turned out to be a picture-perfect evening for softball, and if you made the trip out, you're in for a treat. Or maybe you're in Morgantown getting ready to cheer on the Cougar baseball team. Pop fly, going back as making it is Alexander from second, and staying at third is Morris. Those are sometimes those plays where Alexander's momentum from second is carrying her into the outfield. You'll sometimes see the runner from third attempt to break home. Morris, though, stays there. Aubrey Millay, 1 for 2. Had a bloop single in the infield back in the last plate appearance. That was the one you may remember that Chambers was playing in at third, and it dropped in between her and Bowman at short. There's popped up in the infield. Chambers has it read. No, she doesn't. Bowman calls it off and saves Kinsley Chambers to make the play and end the 5th inning. 5-1, Whitesville Trinity leads. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Peyton Bowman leads off the 6th for Grayson County. They trail 5-1 against Whitesville Trinity in the 12th District Semifinals. And if you're Grayson, you'd really like to get at least 2 runs in this inning. You want to get yourself within 2 or, I mean, listen, you're going to be fine with 3, 4, 5 or so on here in a scenario like this, but you really want at least 2. And that's got to start with your leadoff hitter here, Peyton Bowman, in this inning. Bowman was hitting in the last half inning when Bratcher was caught stealing down at second. Bowman 0 for 2 is struck out and grounded out. This is high, does Hatfield. Hatfield today gone 5 innings, 5 hits, allowed an unearned run, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He did hit 1 batter. It'll be Bowman, Nash, Lacefield for Lady Cougars here in this inning. Popped up at a play from Bowman to make the count go to 1-2. Grayson trying to make it back to the 3rd region tournament, the first time since 2019. Program is very young, up and down. I mean, you look, you got 2 juniors, no seniors, which is good that you're probably going to return the entire squad next year. 1-2, low. Goes to 2-2. And you never know who might decide to come out. You get some more youth coming up through the middle school program as well, as Jeff Rack continues to put his mark on this program. Break even to Bowman. Blooper on the infield. Caught by the second baseman McDaniel, very nonchalantly for the first out of the 6th. McDaniel barely even had to move on that. And Reagan Nash worked a walk. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball in the hole. Picked up by the third baseman. Bikey throws and gets Nash by 1 step for the second out of the 6th inning. Very slow grounder, but Bikey made a nice play. Lacefield, 1 for 2. It's reached on an error and singled in today's game. And it's popped up out of play. It's another one of those that it was a little bit on angle to come at us here in the press box, and I might have to duck under the table if that happens. With us being audio only tonight, we don't have the K105 crew to protect me. Lacefield again comes even closer to us in the press box this time. Out of play. As I was, the other one really wasn't that close. That one was a little lower. I might need to hunker down now. I don't know if maybe I said something to Layla or something. I don't know if I said something on air or something that she's a little angry and got to take it out. 0-2 to Lacefield. 2 down here in the 6th. 5-1 Whitesville Trinity leads, and it's low. Good eye by Lacefield to watch it go by. Hatfield looks in for the sign. Now comes, and Lacefield fouls it off. Layla's had some good at-bats today. Really, I think as a whole, Grayson County has made Hatfield work. She's at 90 pitches now. They're extending at-bats. They're making her throw pitches. They're making good contact. It's just not been their night. Against a really solid squad, too. Lacefield ground ball to third. Bikey picks and fires. And that is the inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Whitesville Trinity leads 5-1. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
My name is Irene. My job is community school coordinator. My mom taught us that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can always find a way to help. We started the pantry because the needs were so great. We're very fortunate to have the food bank just a few miles down. I just want our kids to experience what other kids experience and learn to say, what do I want to be when I grow up? And not worry about food.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
Five to 1, Whitesville Trinity leads Grayson, bottom of the 6th inning. Lady Raiders looking for some insurance here, trying to add a couple of more runs. Make this comeback even harder for Grayson with only one scheduled at-bat remaining in the game. Cameron Preston, first pitch swinging and missing. The pitch high from Ellie Bratcher. Bratcher today for Grayson County, 5 innings, 9 hits, 5 earned runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts. Had the one bad inning. Swing and the miss, and other than that, she's made one mistake all night. And it was the home run to Sarah Payne, who's a really good hitter. And Payne awaits in the on-deck circle. Called strike. 3-2 Preston, and she's down on strikes. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to Bratcher. And it'll be Payne now to hit for the Lady Raiders. We mentioned last plate appearance, homer. In left center field, a no-doubter towering shot. And Bratcher misses low to Payne. And if you're Grayson, you have to keep this at 5-1. You want to give yourselves a chance in the top half of the 7th inning. Called strike to Payne. Edmondson and Butler await. Probably looking closer to a 7:30 start time, if not even a little later than that. High goes Bratcher. 5-1, Whitesville Trinity. They scored 4 runs in the third. Grayson got 1 back in the top half of the fourth, but Payne's homer made it 5-1, and that's the score that we have right now. Called strike to the senior Payne. Payne, a multi-sport athlete, really good one at that too. For Whitesville Trinity, this will be the final time she ever faces Grayson County, and misses high. No matter what the result is tonight, because one of these two squads' season is coming to an end. 3-2 pitch from Bratcher to Payne is a fly ball center field. It's hit back deep at the wall. Bree Jones makes the play. That ball just kept carrying and carrying and carrying, but just had enough to stay in the yard. And there's 2 down here in the 6th for Madison McDaniel. McDaniel has an infield single, 1 for 3. And fouls off the first pitch from Bratcher. For Grayson County, in the 7th, it'll be 8-9-1. Harrington, Jones, Haycraft. They will need at least 4 to extend the game, if not more than that. Outside, it misses. And the count is 1-1. Ground ball in the hole, up the middle for a base hit. It had eyes. Bratcher couldn't quite get a glove on it. And now you just want to try and make sure this is not a 2-out rally for the Lady Raiders. Kendall Howard, 2 for 3 with a ground out and a couple of singles into right field. Fly ball, shallow center field. Coming in is Haycraft and makes the snow cone catch to end the inning. Lady Cougars need 4 to extend the game, 5 to take a lead, or their season will be over. 5-1, we head to the 7th as this is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Thanks to
Grayson County trails 5-1 as we head to the top of the 7th inning, trying to extend this game. And it'll be up to Carly Harrington to lead us off. And if you're Grayson here, you're 1 at-bat at a time. And actually, we're going to have a pinch hitter, as it will not be Carly Harrington. It'll instead be Bailey McAllister to hit for Grayson County. McAllister for the Lady Cougars hitting 156 this year with 8 runs batted in. And the first pitch from Sophie Hatfield is ball 1 to McAllister. McAllister coming cold off the bench, trying to spark a rally for Grayson. And it's outside 2 straight out of the zone for the Lady Cougars. And you're just trying to get 1 base runner at a time. You're going to have to do that. You're down 4. 3 straight out of the zone for McAllister now. And now if you're Jeff Rack, this is always where the green light comes in, but I don't think that's going to be the scenario. They're probably taking all the way. Hatfield comes, and it's a called strike. And now this is one of the questions where Hatfield, we've seen over these last couple of innings, if it's fatigue, if it's what, the strike percentage has dropped a little bit. Do you maybe hold off on this one as well? And McAllister fouls it off. Sent that one down the right field line. Jones awaits in the on-deck circle. Haycraft in the hole. McAllister called strike 3 on the outside corner, and there's one down now in the 7th. It's a good pitch from Hatfield, low and outside, and Bree Jones 0 for 2 has popped out to the second baseman and grounded out in a fielder's choice to the second baseman, McDaniel. Grayson County season is on the rocks right now. Jones, ground ball in the hole, and it has eyes! Base hit left field. Hit off the glove of Pikey at third, Morris at short. And that's how you start a potential rally. You need runners on base. Top of the order we had Elizabeth Haycraft, 1 for 3. And now Jeff Rack has a decision. This would be a scenario where typically you would see a bunt. But can you afford to bunt and cause a second out when you need 4 runs? It's the strategy. Decisions, shows bunt, pulls back, Jones off and running, and they will allow her to take seconds. And if you're Whitesville Trinity, Bree Jones matters nothing on the base paths. You're trying to get Elizabeth Haycraft out, as that's fouled off. Moving what I believe they count to 1-1. I believe that first pitch was called a ball on the outside corner. It is 1-1. You can never be too confident when there is a bunt and a pullback. It looked outside from our vantage point, but you never know whether the umpire might call it a swing. 1-1, Haycraft right back to Hatfield. Flips on to first. Jones advances to third. And the Lady Cougars are down to their final outs. Kinsley Chambers singled into left. 1 for 3 today. As Grayson trails 5-1. In the dirt. Nice pick behind the dish by Howard. Chambers watches another pitch low, and the count is 2-0. Grayson trying to extend their season to at least another batter, whereas Whitesville Trinity trying to guarantee they get at least 2 more games. It's already been a great year for them. They've already won the All-A region. Trying now to go with the main region. 3 straight out of the zones. Jones is picked up in between. Back to third. Now going home to Hatfield. Jones, the throw down to third. The tag, not in time. Jones just gets in there ahead of the tag. And you can take a huge breath out if you're Grayson County. As back and forth, and timeout is called. Not entirely sure what this is. Is home plate umpire going out to talk to the field umpire, Randy Chapman? I really have not a clue what this was about, but seems like they're fine. And we're good. I'm surprised that, it almost worked, but Bree Jones matters nothing in this scenario. If she scores, you're still up 3. You just got to focus on getting Kinsley Chambers. 3-0 pitch. Low, and Chambers has worked a walk. And this is another scenario where if you're Whitesville Trinity, Kinsley Chambers, she doesn't matter either. And really, JC Alexander coming up, she doesn't matter either. You're starting to worry about the runners behind her, but you're just trying to get an out in a scenario like this. Alexander 1 for 3. Fouls it off. Grayson trails 5-1. 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Trying to keep the season going. They're going to need some heroics for it to happen. Pitch, ground ball. Shortstop Morris throws on to first, and that is the game. Grayson County threatens but can't get any across, and they will finish this season with a 7-13 record with a loss to the Lady Raiders by the final tally of 5-1. We'll come back, jump into our extra innings show after this. Again, your final score, 5-1. Whitesville Trinity defeats Grayson County. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family, close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Welcome back here to Whitesville Trinity, where the Lady Cougars fall in the 12th District Semifinals. They're right now doing postseason awards. Congrats to Layla Lacefield for being named to the All-Academic team. Ellie Bratcher was just named to the All-Season team for Grayson County. So congrats to both of those players for Grayson County. And Elizabeth Haycraft has also been named to the all-season team for Grayson County. Congrats to her as well. Very bright future for this Lady Cougar squad. Tough one tonight, but you look and you return everybody next year. Every single player you're expecting to return to this squad next season. You have no seniors and you've got 2 juniors. It is such a bright future for Grayson County, and yeah, it might hurt tonight, but that should just excite you about what's to come in the future for the Orange and Blue of Grayson County, who finished this season with a record of 7-13. Jeff Rack right now gives both Elizabeth Haycraft and Ellie Bratcher a hug as they walk off the floor, and he is now going to head down and talk to them. I don't know that he'll come up and talk with us or not, but your final line score from this game for Grayson County, 1 run on 6 hits and 1 error. For Whitesville Trinity, it'll be 5 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. More on extra innings comes up after this. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving. I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hey, Kentucky high school senior, are you into having the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship you can use towards your in-state college, trade school, or certification program? If so, listen up. Participate in the I'm In College Acceptance Video Challenge, and you could have your video selected for a statewide TV commercial, as well as the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship. Are you in? Find out more today by visiting gearupky.org/video. That's gearupky.org/video.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
Grayson County falls tonight to Whitesville Trinity in the 12th District Semifinals by the final tally of 5-1. The winning pitcher today was Sophie Hatfield. She goes 7 innings, 6 hits, allowed only an unearned run, with a couple of walks and 4 strikeouts. Ellie Bratcher, 6 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Offensively, Whitesville Trinity led by 2 players with 2 hits. Both Madison McDaniel and Kendall Howard each had 2. RBIs for Payne, Hatfield, Morris, and McKinney. For Whitesville Trinity, Grayson County didn't get any RBIs tonight as the 1 run was scored on the error or off the bat of Layla Lacefield, but they could not get the runner, or since it was an error, it does not technically go down as an RBI. Hit-wise, though, for Grayson, Haycraft, Chambers, Alexander, Bratcher, Lacefield, and Jones each came away with hits. Reagan Nash reached base via the walk. Carly Harrington, she reached by the hit by pitch. Kinsley Chambers also reached by a walk to reach base twice here in tonight's game. Final score, 5-1. Whitesville Trinity defeats Grayson County. We'll come back more on extra innings after this. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105.
Are you looking for more in this world? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, those driven by purpose. We are the Peace Corps, volunteers, partners, communities in more than 60 countries, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you ready to serve boldly, to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero.
Now that's a superhero landing.
Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
That's my girl!
Final score tonight, Whitesville Trinity defeats Grayson by the final tally of 5-1. We'll have our Hometown Hangout MVP. I want to talk to Coach Rack before I make the decision on that. With it being the last game of the season, we usually like coach input on that to see if there's someone that, in his eyes, is our MVP. So make sure you stay tuned in to our K105 Facebook page tomorrow. We'll let you know who the Hometown Hangout MVP is. Looking ahead for us, tomorrow night scheduled. If the Cougar baseball team defeats Whitesville Trinity, and they're getting ready to start here any moment, we'll have the coverage as Edmonson County will be the opponent, as Edmonson County defeated Butler 7-5 on the baseball side of things. So if the Cougar boys win against Whitesville Trinity, we will have the district championship whenever it might be, whether it's tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. It can't be Friday because that's graduation, but we'll have it at some point in the next couple of days. We'll look forward to bringing that to you as the Cougar baseball team will look to win their third straight district championship as they take on Whitesville Trinity tonight, and then they would play Edmonson County should they get to that point tomorrow. Again, remember, tomorrow we'll have our Hometown Hangout MVP on the Facebook page. If Mother Nature allows, we'll have Cougar baseball tomorrow night from Butler County. If Mother Nature and the Cougars allow, that is. I don't want to get ahead of myself as they're getting ready to take on Whitesville Trinity, and the Raiders have a knack for winning in the district semifinals as underdogs. Hopefully the Cougars don't have their party spoiled tonight. That'll wrap us up here tonight as Whitesville Trinity defeats Grayson County 5-1, and the Lady Cougars finish the season with a 7-13 record. So until next time, for our, I guess I don't have a K105 crew tonight. It's just me today on an audio broadcast, but we can give them a shout out. I'm sure they're working hard wherever they may be. So tonight we're Grayson County falls in the 12th District semifinals. This is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.